Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling green hills and meandering streams, there lived a girl named Lily. Lily was a quiet and thoughtful child who loved to spend her days exploring the lush forests that surrounded her home. She would often wander through the trees, listening to the gentle rustle of leaves and the soothing sounds of birdsong. But despite the beauty of her surroundings, Lily often felt a deep sadness within her. She couldn't quite explain why she felt this way, but it seemed to weigh heavily on her heart, casting a shadow over even the brightest of days. As the sun began to set each evening, Lily would sit by her bedroom window, watching the colors of the sky fade from blue to orange to deep purple. She would wrap herself in a blanket and gaze out at the stars, feeling a sense of longing for something she couldn't quite name. One night, as she sat by her window, her sadness seemed to overwhelm her. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she felt more alone than ever before. "Why do I feel this way?" she whispered to herself, her voice barely above a whisper. Just then, a soft voice spoke from the darkness outside her window. "Why do you cry, little one?" Startled, Lily turned to see a small, shimmering figure standing in the moonlight. It was a fairy, with delicate wings that glowed with a soft, ethereal light. I don't know," Lily stammered, wiping away her tears. "I just feel so sad." The fairy flew closer, her wings shimmering like 1,000 tiny diamonds. "Sometimes, sadness finds us, even when we don't understand why," she said gently. "But you are not alone, dear child. I am here to help you." Lily looked up at the fairy, her eyes wide with wonder. You can help me?" The fairy nodded, her smile warm and reassuring. "Yes, my dear, close your eyes and follow me." With a wave of her tiny hand, the fairy sprinkled a handful of glittering dust into the air. Lily felt herself growing lighter and lighter, until she was floating on air, her sadness melting away with each passing moment. Before she knew it, Lily found herself in a magical forest, bathed in the soft glow of 1,000 fireflies. The trees seemed to dance in the moonlight, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers. "Here, in the heart of the forest, you will find peace and happiness," the fairy said, her voice like a gentle breeze. "Whenever you feel sad or alone, just close your eyes and think of this place. I will always be here, watching over you." Lily smiled, her heart lighter than it had been in a long time. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice filled with gratitude. As she closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep, she knew that she would never be truly alone again. For she had found a friend in the most unexpected of places, and her sadness had finally been lifted, replaced by a deep and abiding joy. And so, with the help of her fairy friend, Lily learned that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. And she lived happily ever after, surrounded by the beauty and magic of the forest, with her sadness nothing more than a distant memory.